Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Good evening, I'm Jen Ah. Thanks for joining us on 7 at 7. Starting off with Vegas Nation, sponsored by Station Casinos, STN Sports. Download the app today. A police report is filed against Raiders player Davante Adams after he pushed a photographer to the ground right after a Monday night's game. Review Journal's Cassie Soto has the details.
Thanks, Jen. Following the Raiders' 30-29 loss to the Chiefs, wide receiver Davante Adams shoved a photographer to the ground as he was leaving the field. Adams addressed the situation in the locker room and offered this apology.
Coming off the field, and I bumped into him and kind of pushed him, and then he ended up on the ground. So I want to say sorry to him for that, because that was just frustration mixed with him running and literally just running in front of me, and that was shouldn't have responded that way. But that's how I initially responded. So I want to apologize to him for that.
We've since learned that the photographer has filed a police report with the Kansas City Police Department. After he was pushed to the ground, the man made arrangements for private transportation to the hospital for treatment to injuries that police described as, quote, preliminarily thought to be non-life threatening. The incident is also under review by the NFL.
In more top stories, sponsored by Nevada Hand Silver Sky Assisted Living Community. Learn more at nevadahand.org. One of the two showgirls who survived last week's mass stabbing on the Strip tells us, quote, no, there was no making fun of anyone. That's in response to the suspect's claims on why he went on a stabbing rampage. Here's what Yoni Barrios' lawyer is saying.
Do you know where he's from before he came to Las Vegas?
Guatemala. And he had spent time in Los Angeles also, obviously. We are concerned.
About
competency, about whether he's ready to go forward or not, about what would cause him to step off the edge of the earth like this.
32-year-old Barrios was officially charged with murder and attempted murder today. Meanwhile, the company that employed the showgirls says its 50 or so girls are too terrified to work now. The company, Best Showgirls in Vegas, hopes to raise money through GoFundMe to cover the survivors' medical expenses. Over in a wilderness area of Lincoln County, more than 8,700 pounds of marijuana worth over $7.8 million is seized. Back in February, a hunter contacted Nevada State Police after walking into an illegal grow site while scouting in the mountains. Jesus Garcia Lopez, Antonio Madrigal, and Marcelino Madrigal are behind bars, facing charges of trafficking marijuana. And a longtime teacher at the Meadows School in Las Vegas is filing a federal lawsuit over her termination. Review Journal's Renee Summerhour explains why the teacher says she was discriminated.
64-year-old Melissa Wolfbrand alleges the school discriminated against her on the basis of age and sex and retaliated against her after she attempted to submit grievances and complaints. Wolfbrand was hired at the Meadows School in 1994 as a physical education teacher and worked there for more than 25 years, according to court documents. For more than a year, the athletic director would, quote, continually malign Wolfbrand privately and publicly with no action taken by the school administration, according to court documents.
Court documents allege that she was asked by school administrators to resign because she refused to apologize to a student due to an incident where the student allegedly hit another student.
She is seeking damages, including lost wages and back pay and attorney's fees. Her attorney, Adam Fulton, and the spokeswoman for the school declined to comment on the lawsuit.
In weather, sponsored by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every blooming thing. We're looking at another clear and starry night in the 80s. Temps should fall to the 70s in a few hours, then down to the 60s by around 4 a.m. On to your Wednesday. Gear up for blue skies with a high of 93 and low of 63 degrees. Almost identical weather conditions for your Thursday and Friday. The forecast now shows a small chance of rain starting on Saturday, and your highs falling into the 80s on Sunday and beyond. In business, sponsored by Bank of Nevada. Bank on accountability. The Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority is hoping to tickle your funny bone with this multi-million-dollar ad campaign to boost tourism.
In Las Vegas, the most popular food is broccoli.
Rather than showing footage of Las Vegas, the LVCVA is changing it up, featuring parents interacting with their kids, convincing them not to go so they can go to Vegas on their own. Now to some real estate eye candy. Check out this Summerlin mansion on sale for $8.9 million. Its unique features include an indoor shooting range with racks upon racks for guns, a large spa room filled with massage tables, a massive library, and a cave-like pool featuring a waterfall.
Sports brought to you by D&R House of Diamonds, making luxury affordable, located in downtown Summerlin. UNLV starting quarterback Doug Brumfield is considered day-to-day with head and ankle injuries after he left in the first quarter of UNLV's game against San Jose State on Friday and did not return in the Rebels' 40-7 loss to the Spartans. Brumfield has had a breakout season, throwing for over 1,200 yards and 8 touchdowns while completing 68% of his passes. UNLV returns to Allegiant Stadium to host Air Force on Saturday.
In Health, sponsored by Boulder City Hospital. We're here for you when you need us. The Biden-Harris administration is investing to improve nutrition in school meals. That includes $50 million in grants for new equipment in addition to the $30 million from earlier this year. School districts can use the funds to purchase upgraded equipment to help serve healthier meals made from scratch, expand breakfast, and store fresh food. Speaking of school lunches, closer to home, leaders with the Clark County School District are joining students for lunch to highlight the importance of nutritious school meals for National School Lunch Week. The first event happened today at the Walter E. Jacobson Elementary School, and the second one will be coming up on Thursday at B. Malin Brown Junior High. All students are eligible to receive free lunches this year.
Sports betting brought to you by Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. There is a new favorite to win the College Football National Championship. Ohio State moved from plus 250 to 2-1 at Caesars Sportsbook after its 49-20 win at Michigan State and is atop the futures board. The Buckeyes also are the plus 175 favorite at BetMGM, and the Westgate Superbook lists Ohio State at plus 180, ahead of Alabama and Georgia, who are both 2-1.
In entertainment, sponsored by Best Mattress, Best Service, Best Selection, Best Price Guaranteed. A slot player hits big at the Venetian and is now a millionaire. The big winner turned $5.88 into nearly $3 million by playing the Dancing Drums Explosion slot machine last week. The anonymous player matched 3 explosion symbols during the Foo Babies bonus. Over in Henderson, a new restaurant called 138 Degrees debuts on West Horizon Ridge Parkway. The eatery, owned by chef Matthew Meyer, is named 138 degrees since that's the ideal temperature for finishing steaks. The restaurant features this dry-aged ribeye as one of its signature dishes. Thank you for watching 7 at 7. If you have Amazon Fire TV, just search Review Journal to download our channel. Watch Las Vegas breaking news streaming live on your OTT device. See you tomorrow for more 7 at 7.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.